Peter Obi's legal team preparing to tender more evidence in today's hearing at the ongoing presidential election petition tribunal. How will Tinubu's threat to the judiciary impact today's hearing? Will the threat lead to a judiciary that will want to assert their authority as an independent arm of government? Or are we going to see the opposite? Anyway, the judges just entered the courtroom, and let's just go straight to the full transcript of today's hearing and skip the introduction. You can see the different representatives on the screen. Levi Esayen is the first to address the court. My lord, I would like to seek clarification on something before we go on. For the schedule of hearing, my lord, I would like to seek clarification in respect of paragraph A1 as regards the petitioners. He concludes by saying, I would like my brother Silk, Peter Afoba Esayen, to go on with today's proceedings. In control of the mic now, Afoba Esayen said, My lord, we will be using the petitioner's 7th schedule. We most respectfully apply to tender forms EC40GEO for Niger State. My lord, we have 10 local government areas and a total of 45 forms. We also seek to tender 5 reports from the state, my lord. While he was tendering the documents, the respondents in their usual manner objected to the admissibility and competence of the tendered documents, that they will state the reason for their objection in their final address. Anyway, the presiding judge admitted them in evidence, saying, the CTCs of forms from Niger State are now admitted to court as evidence and tagged as exhibits. Once admitted, the LP Council sought to tender more. My lord, may we now proceed to Osun State for 7 local government areas listed on page 6 of the schedule for the forms EC40GBO. Objections came raining down as usual with an interruption of the proceeding by the INEC Council. He said, My lord, please can you permit I and some of my colleagues to leave the courtroom? We have just been served all these documents from the case this afternoon, and we have not even looked at them, and it's very important we look at them urgently before the case. The documents are so many, and see how heavy they are. The presiding judge agreed with him. No problem, you can go ahead. He's definitely talking about the hearing of Atiku's petition coming up this afternoon. Legal fireworks everywhere. We shouldn't be going through all this if everyone at INEC did the right thing. All parties and everyone involved in this, including the judges, should not be doing the job of INEC, recounting and recalculating all the lawful votes that INEC should have done. Anyway, the LP Council have finished tendering the documents and is seeking to tender more. My lord, we have 15 copies of forms EC40G for 8 local government areas in Osun State. After they were admitted in evidence, he went on to tender forms EC40GBO for 3 local government areas in Edo State, which of course the presiding judge have also admitted in evidence and marked them as exhibits, despite objections from the respondents. After that, he also tendered 12 forms EC40G1 from 12 local government areas of Edo State. Objections came raining down as usual. The presiding judge made a remark. These documents are not well arranged. How many forms are there? My lord, that is how INEC presented it to us, and we want them tendered in the same way, if it pleases my lord, responded the Labour Party Council. The judge went on to admit the documents in evidence and subsequently marked them exhibits. The LP Council have now moved on to Sokoto, tendering 52 forms EC40G. Also, 4 reports in 4 local government areas of Sokoto State have now been tendered. The presiding judge admitted all of them in evidence despite the objections from the respondents. Thereafter, the court went on a 10-minute break. While we wait for the court to resume, let's revisit Sokoto State presidential election results that INEC announced. Yes, that's the official results that INEC allocated. INEC allocated about 6,500 votes to the Labour Party. Okay, let's see one ward in Sokoto State that Labour Party won. Gagi B ward. Labour Party scored 1,924 votes to beat APC and PDP. Let's leave the tribunal to decide, and it will be interesting to see the true results when the recalculations are done. Now the judges are back, and another Labour Party council Audu Anuga SAN will take charge going forward. He's now tendering IREF documents for 21 local government areas of Adamawa State. Objections, as always, are raining down, and the presiding judge, in his usual manner, admitted them in evidence and marked them exhibits. The LP Council has something to say. My Lord, may I invite your attention to page 19 of the 7th schedule. Thank you, my Lord. The LP Council is referring to blood forms EC8As uploaded to IREF from Adamawa State. And since they are not legible, the Labour Party reached out to INEC to provide the documents. He also tendered documents from 20 local government areas of Ogun State. After that, he made a request. My Lord, we humbly apply that you look through page 21 of that same schedule. My Lord, those documents have been tagged as generally blood also. We want to tender this evidence, my Lord. Anuga, I can see Shagamu and other places listed here are blood, but the schedule is not listed here, the presiding judge said. Kindly check through, my Lord, it's listed, repeats the LP Council. Let us finish with this one first, and we will look for that one later. Thank you, my Lord, replied the LP Council. All respondents are about to chorus their objections, but the APC Council speaks differently. My Lord, like the rock that is strong and solid, the presiding judge cuts him off. The rock is not in Nigeria. He wants to make an analogy from the Bible. That metaphor is applicable to this case, my Lord, the APC Council insisted. But Honorable Justice Ugo doesn't agree with him. It is not, the judge said. Which rock are you solid like? There are other metaphors to use. These guys know how to waste time, object like others, and let the court move on to other issues. Finally, the APC Council agreed, saying, Okay, my Lord, as constant as the Northern Star, the fourth respondent stands on the decision to object to the so-called documents tagged as generally blood. In the end, the presiding judge admitted all documents in evidence. The LP Council is making another demand. My Lord, can you please turn to page 16 of the same 7th schedule? My Lord, this relates to Ekiti State, and it covers from page 16 to page 17, and it lists out 16 local government areas. I humbly apply to tender this document. Thank you, my Lord. The APC Council immediately stood up to blow grammar again. My Lord, our position to this is as strong and solid as Zuba Rock, as we stand strong like the rock to object to the documents presented and tendered by the petitioners. Why not Aso Rock? Questioned the presiding judge. No, my Lord, the choice of Zuba Rock is because of separation of powers. We object and will advance reasons. Honorable Justice Ugo comes in. There are so many in Plateau, why don't you use them? What is going on here? What games are these judges playing? The INEC Council replied, my colleague is trying to say Zuma and not Zubarok. The presiding judge makes a remark. We are careful with some of the jokes we make in court because when we go to social media, we see them interpreted differently. For example, the other day we called Okuteba SAN a general, and the comments on social media were just incredible and ridiculous. Not as we consider them, but it is absurd. Honorable Justice Ugo added that senior advocates are generals of the bar. No matter the interpretation by people, everyone has the right of free speech guaranteed by the Constitution, including the judges. Next on the tendering list are IREF documents for 19 local government areas of Rivers State. While the LP Council was tendering them, objections came raining down from the usual quarters. They were subsequently admitted in evidence by the court. The LP Council makes a request. My Lord, if you can turn to page 6 of the 8th schedule, my Lord, I seek to tender IREV results for Edo State for 13 local government areas. Thank you, my Lord. The INEC Council is on his feet. We don't have that yet. We can't object until we see the documents, my Lord. The LP Council, seeing that the Edo State documents are not complete, pleaded with the court for 15 minutes to organize the evidence, but the presiding judge had other ideas. So we will wait here, waiting for you for 15 minutes, questioned the judge. No, my Lord, that is not what I mean. I mean that I need 15 minutes to tender the documents. So which are we doing now? The judge wants to know. My lord, Akwa Ibom, I read documents from 33 local government areas in Akwa Ibom, my lord. And he goes on to tender the documents which were subsequently admitted in evidence by the court after objections from the usual quarters. LP's lead counsel, Levi Esayen, is on his feet. My lord, we have less than 30 minutes left to conclude today's hearing, so let's resume tomorrow, my lord. We still have a few documents to tender, but we will continue tomorrow, my lord. Okay, this petition is now adjourned to tomorrow, 14th June 2023 by 9 a.m. We will resume the other case by 2 p.m. today. And immediately the court went on recess, the PDP legal team started setting up large displays in the courtroom to show their own video evidence like the Labour Party legal team did last week. Today's hearing went on smoothly without much rancor. We will be seeing you tomorrow for another full transcript of the proceedings. Thanks for watching.